everybody, it's me Stacy at Scrapbooking Made Simple here with another demo for you today. Yesterday we had in the store Elle's from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and she brought her very good friend Carol, very talented friend Carol, with her from Canada. And we did some demos using some of Elle's new releases from CHA. Now CHA hasn't happened yet, that event is next week, and we are lucky enough to already have the product in stock for you. So I'm going to get right down to it. We're going to be using Copic markers and Glitter Ritz glitter, burnished velvet glitter. We're going to be using tape by Be Creative, the Scrapbooking tape, and a whole bunch of other wonderful products. So down we go and let's get started. Scrolling on down. Okay, I think that's pretty good. So what we have for you today are new stickers by Elizabeth Craft Designs, and these are a part of her peel-off lines. They are a vinyl sticker, but these have a glitter finish to them. Can you see the glitter to them? And she has many different shapes. She has squares and hearts and flowers and circles, and that's what we're going to be using today. Now, because they are a vinyl sticker like her normal peel-off stickers, you can use your Copic markers to color them, and that's where we're going to start at. So what I have here are some of the stickers that we've been playing with in the shop. I've got some flowers here, and I took some of my favorite Copic colors, and just FYI, we now have about 200 colors in stock for you for Copic, and hopefully within the next month or so we'll have all 340 some odd colors in stock for you. But I took my Copics, and using the brush tip, I just colored right on top of the flowers. And it was just that simple. Now the beauty of this is that you can color one flower at a time as you need them. You can color the whole sheet as you need it. It's really up to you. And as you can see on this sheet, I have taken the background off. And that's because I did something very fun with the background, and I'm going to show you how to do that next. But here are some of the flowers that we've been coloring, and I have got another sample. Now I'm not sure if you can see through the camera, but the colors are really vibrant. They really just pop off the sheet. The colors are happy and beautiful. And here we took some of the little dots that also come on the sheets and used them for centers. And I'm going to show you a card that I made using the flowers. It was a really simple card. I just took a piece of very happy paper that we had in the store. I thought the paper was really cute and springy. Some rickrack ribbon that we had, and put my flowers right on top of the rickrack ribbon. And I colored my flowers to match my paper, and then put my sentiment from Hero Arts, "You make me smile." And you all do. You all make me smile. So that's a really nice feature that you can color your flowers as needed. You don't have to color them all at the same time. Maybe you'll come back and use these a month from now or whenever, but for a completely different project and you need a completely different color. So that's a really nice benefit to have. You're now making your embellishments to match your pages, not trying to go out and match your embellishments to your pages. You're making them. And I love that. I think that's wonderful. So, very first card. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to be using the flower sheet again, and this time we're going to use the background. And I'm going to go ahead and take an X-Acto blade because I don't want to use all these flowers yet. I'm not ready to use these, but I want to use the background. So I'm going to take my X-Acto blade, and I am just going to very lightly cut from line to line. So from where one line stops from the peel-off on the outside of the peel-off to where the next line begins to the next sticker. And I'm just going to very gingerly cut through and then be done. So I have cut through my background so I can peel it off. I'm also going to be using the Scrapbooking tape by Be Creative. And this happens to be the 4-inch roll. We go all the way from 1/8 of an inch up to 6 inches. And I have already backed it to a piece of cardstock. So I'm going to take my top piece off and expose my sticky. And as you know, we never throw this top piece away. No, we use this to make masks, we use it to make a handle, we use it for everything. You just get a storage baggie and keep it all in there because you cannot buy this. You can only get it when you peel it off the top. So I'm going to put this down, and then I'm going to peel my background piece off. And there I have it. There's my background piece. Okay, and I'm going to lay it right onto my Be Creative tape. There we go. And I'm going to take my top piece that we peeled off, put it right on the top, and smooth it on down. And I'm doing this because we're going to use the Glitter Ritz glitter, and I don't want that glitter to get underneath that background sticker I just put on. So there we have it, and this is where we're at. Okay, then I am going to take my Glitter Ritz Burnished Velvet Glitter, and this one happens to be Peacock Blue. It's a beautiful color, and I'm going to dump it right on. Whew. And I'm a dumper. I am. I just put it all on because you're going to put it back into the pot, so for me it's easier to dump it right on. Shake it off, and then I'm going to take my mop brush. Now any inexpensive makeup brush will also work, and I'm going to brush it off. Okay, then I'm going to take my glitter, gather it all up, and pour it right back into its pot. You use very little glitter when it comes right down to it. And then the next thing I'm going to do is take my glitter magnet, which comes in a very large sheet for $5, and I cut them down to size. And I'm going to pick up my glitter. Right up, right off, done. Now the glitter magnet will also pick up your embossing powder and things like that, and you never wash it, and when it gets old and ratty, save it. Don't throw it away, because I'm going to have another YouTube on what you can do with your glitter magnet when it gets all yucky and old, so that will be a whole nother demo, but don't throw them away, okay? All right, so this is what I've got for you now, and we haven't burnished yet, and of course it is Burnished Velvet Glitter Ritz glitter, so we are going to burnish it with our finger. And what that does is it brings the glitter to life. It sets the glitter, it makes it become happy and sparkly. And we are just going to burnish in there. And then when we're done, give it another quick brush, pick up the rest of my glitter with my glitter magnet, and call it done. So this is what I've got so far. Now I could use this just the way it is. I could trim it out and use it for a card, and I have a card that I did just exactly that with. Here's a Valentine's Day card that I made, and I used the circles, and I used the background to do this piece right here, and I put it on my Sookwing Be Creative tape, and I glittered the red, just like I glittered here, and then I took my hearts and went back in and filled in the negative spaces. And I also used, I don't know if you can see it, but this is a heart border, a glitter heart border that we have from Elizabeth Craft Designs, and it's also sold in the sheet, and it's very easy to use, very easy to tear and cut. And I used that as a border, and then I used my Hero Art stamp as my sentiment. So that, if I wanted to do the same thing, I could just trim this out and make a card out of it, put some centers in it, put a cute sentiment on top, but I'm going to do something a little bit different. I'm going to die cut with it. So I've got my Sizzix machine here, my Big Shot machine, and we're going to grab that. Now we're going to be using a butterfly die, which is part of the Spellbinders collection. It is a shapeability set. It's $20, and it comes with the dragonfly, a couple butterflies, and I really love it. I think it's a beautiful set. So we're going to play with the butterfly. And of course I've got my multi-purpose platform here. and we need the entire thing closed, all tabs closed. I have got my cutting plate because we always make a sandwich. I've got my paper that we just glittered here, my die, and then we will need one more cutting plate over the top because we are making a sandwich. And I'm going to send that right on through. Now the Big Shot is the one machine that you want. It's the machine that will cut all the dies out there on the market. You don't have to have every machine now to cut every die. One machine does it, and we love the Big Shot for it. So I have now got my die cut. Oops. Here. Pull it right out. And there it is. Now I have gone ahead and started to play with another one by using some of the circles and coloring them in and putting them on my butterfly. So I took some of these circles here and started coloring them with my Copic and then layering them on my butterfly. How stinking cute is that? I mean, you can use it for your cards, you can use it for your pages, for your altered art, but I love it. I think it's fabulous. And I know a lot of you have so many dies, and here is another use for them. With the tape and the glitter and her new glitter peel-offs, it just is absolutely beautiful. So this is what you end up with. This is what I die cut out of. And then of course you can take this background and use that for something completely different. You don't waste anything. You save everything because everything is useful. I could go in and take my my Copic marker and I could color on top of the gold now. If I decided I didn't want it to be gold, I wanted it to be pink. Come right in and color right on top of that gold to change the color of it. The choices are endless. They're entirely up to you. You have so much versatility with this product. Okay, so what did we learn today? We learned that Elizabeth Craft has come out with some amazing new stickers. Let me show you some just absolutely beautiful new stickers. And they're glitter stickers. And because they're a vinyl sticker, you can use your Copic markers to color them. We've got hearts and squares and border lines and flowers. Now we can take those and just by simply coloring them, we can give them a whole new look, a whole new purpose. They just don't have to be gold and silver anymore. So that's just by coloring them. We can now use the background as well to make a whole different look, a whole different card. And we can take that background and we can still utilize it one more time by die cutting with it. And your spellbinders will go through, your Sizzix will go through, your Sizzix steel rule dies will go through. So you just don't waste anything. All right, I hope you had a good time today. I sure had a lot of fun. I love the peel-offs, I love coloring, I love my Copic markers. And if you have any questions, please don't hesitate to leave a comment on our YouTube, or you can email us or give us a call, and you'll be able to find these products up in the next week or two at scrapbooking-made-simple.com. However, if you have to have them now, and I don't blame you, I would want them now too, you can give us a call at the shop or just email us and we will give you a call back and process your order as we do ship worldwide. Okay, this is me, Stacy, Scrapbooking Made Simple, and we'll see you next time. And hey, Sue Ingram, Susie Q, this email or this YouTube was in honor of you today, okay? Toodles.